y'all. What's up, y'all? What it gonna be? We're gonna see some Monday. Hey, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? Got to see y'all. How y'all doing? Let me turn this on. Y'all, what I'm about to say is alleged. It's my opinion. It's for entertainment only. It's for hee ha ha. We pray, we cry, we give away over here, and we laugh. Did I say it's alleged? In my opinion, I won't dare. I don't know. I be minding my own business. I be minding my own business. I was just sitting down, just sitting. I was taking my packages to the post office. Boom! Somebody dropped something. On me. Can you talk right now? Yeah, what? I'm listening. I got some tea for you. What is it? You want to know where Martel at? Yeah. Okay. Y'all know Auntie gonna get the tea. They're gonna get Auntie the tea all the time. All the time. I had to text somebody. Yep, they give me the tea all the time. I don't ask for it. I ain't got time to look for it. I'm just a news reporter. I'm not a gossip. Just news reporter. Don't get it twisted. Everybody trying to find out where Martell at. There's the ledge I don't know, won't dare. Martell act the pure fool. He told part of the truth when he did that video. Y'all remember he did that video and said that he had to pay the lawyer $10K and he walked out of there? He ain't walked out of there. He had the whole ass. This comes from the courts. I don't know, won't dare. Martell ran out of money. Attorney told him he had to pay him $10K. He ain't had. The attorney said, you got to give me $30 when we go to court the second time. Martell got irate, went crazy, went cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. It got real twisted, real bad. They had to restrain him. Then he left. I won't dare. I don't know. Just a news reporter. But to me, it sounds like him. He posing with the court. See, he just tried. This is what narcissists do. He just tried to be slick. He posing with the court and tried to play the judge. What he did was try to do a telephone call. Never had it set up. Never had nothing like that done. Didn't even ask the court. Just figured he was going to do it. Then I told y'all he think he above the law. He think he do what he want to do. Now the judge know his ass crazy. This is a court order. He have to have valuation so they can put his screws back in his head. He has to attend counseling. so she can figure out who can put the screws back. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, but I told y'all, Martell had more. He had more things wrong with him than ADHD, whatever you call it, and schizophrenic. Martell got 5 or 6 things going on in his body, and all those people was coming out. I told y'all, I said that last year. I said, this is like a tick, 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 tick. Boom. They still got to go back to court. They have to go back to court. The things that he did, more likely, Melly gonna get full custody. I don't know. I'm not the judge, but that's what it look like. A bombshell was dropped in court. I don't know. Hope I find out soon what it was, but I don't think I'm gonna find out soon what it was, but I hope I do. Maybe that person will find it. Maybe that person listen. Maybe they'll drop back in my lap. I don't know. But thank you for the information. Yes, it is a victory for Melody because people, now the judge, the lawyer, and other people have been seeing what she's been going through. See, he was hiding it so good. But when he explode at that court in somebody else's face, they see what she was going through. This is why she at peace. Imagine you know this person, how this person do you and explodes to you and how they treat you, and everybody looking at you like something wrong with. Take them back, take them back. This is why I told you these pick me. Like, take them back, take them back, take them back, take them back. Finally, the authorities seen what she been going through. Now they take some kind of action. Like I told y'all, God don't lie. This is Melody's peace she's talking about. Her peace in winning and justice might not be like yours. Like she said, it is about hers. Imagine you've been telling people for years how this person is. People brush you off and laugh. Take them back, give them one more chance. But you knew how this person tortured you, how this person treats you, and still doing you. Then I tell y'all, our videos show a lot. When her baby hands were cold, she seen that video. That's why I tore him up on the video. Y'all talking about, oh, you must hate Martell. Nah, because somebody gonna see this video. Because see, what I do is I tell a story, break it down, and let everybody see the truth, the wisdom that other people just can't see. When no kids in that truck, I told them that. I had them in my comment. You just hate the man. You just hate him. You don't got to say that. I call a spade a spade. Don't tell me what to say. As far as y'all know, the bloggers and Save Those Children Live. You don't know. Save Melody. You don't know. I don't know. I'm just a news reporter that's reporting the news. Imagine you telling somebody calling you a liar, so many words, a liar, a liar, a liar, a liar, a liar. And you was like, these people just don't get it. These people just don't get it. Drive you crazy. These people just don't get it. Finally, done broke in front of the people's face he need to be breaking in front of. And somebody sees it. That's a lot of weight lift off you. Martell is so mad that Melody don't want him back. He let his anger get the best of him. So he had to be court order, to go get some help. This is why these babies are still with Melody. This is sad. Because I've been telling Martell to pick his screws out the street a long time with his marbles. Now he done lost the marble, the screws, the nuts, the screwing back up there. He done lost all his brain cells. I told y'all it's in basement and it's not going up to not another level. I don't know. I won't dare. Allegedly, the sixth baby is Arion's. I don't know. I won't dare. Come up that he got 6 kids. I'm not his child. I'm too big to be one of his kids. I'm just a news reporter. Like I said, it's alleged. Alleged is somebody give you some information and you give it to them. I don't know. Won't dare. It was just dropped in my lap. I ain't even asked for it. Minding my business. Getting my stuff together to deliver y'all orders. But I'm glad that you chose me. There's some more tea coming out. Still investigating some more things. Like I said, I'm going to go on Patreon because I got a lot of juicy stuff that would drop the same time. But I'm going to put it over there when I set it up. I don't want it over here because y'all going to be blown away with this mess. Huntsville is a whole mess. Who you think you know on YouTube living a lie is a lie. Jesus, take the wheel. I can't take all this pressure. Woo! Somebody take the pressure from me. But keep on dropping it in my lap. I ain't the one to gossip. I'm just the one to bring you the news. It's just sad, but I'm glad somebody's seen it. It's just that I told y'all, y'all gonna listen to Auntie one day. Y'all gonna listen to me one day. I told you. And there's some freaky things going on around there too. Some of y'all already know what the freaky stuff is. Let me tell y'all, look at this. I don't know. This is alleged. This is my theory. Auntie. This is why they're mad at Auntie. Because I messed the plan up. Yep, I messed the plan up. When Martell said he was going to be the with the grand king, the grand prime, with the grand something. And I said, how can he be the grand when they keep on saying this young man is the grand? How can he? Because that's the story his dumb ass was going to use that he was out of town. Told you. He don't believe in authority. I told y'all that a long time ago. He figured that he's above the law. But that time you showed your ass was the right time. Now the lawyer don't want to be your lawyer. You run out of money with this stupidness. I told you it was dumb. Just to hold up Melody name. You could have spent that money on those children. It's just dumb. You had 7 days on and 7 days off. Your ass want more. You wanted to control Melody. You wanted to have custody of Melody. That was better than your brain. Oh, I'm going to get her. Then you still asking her to pray to God that y'all get back together. Why would she pray to God and God prayed her way out of that? Make it make sense. I keep on telling you. Take Auntie advice one day. Whoo, Jesus. This man make my nerve, make my ass ache. Can't stand his ass. Keep telling you, you could have kept that money in your pocket and take care of those kids. But you just want to be childish and dumb. Just to make somebody else's life miserable. Because you miserable. You call that pain on yourself. Look at my lips. If you don't understand it, read them. Martell, you did this, destroyed your family, 'cause you kept on eating the side dish. You got that? You was the problem, not Melody. You was the problem. Stand in your truth. Stand 10 toes down. If you won't have 10 toes, stand 2 toes down. Well, feet you got. But make it make sense. You did all this foolishness. All this foolishness. And no way your ass ain't got no money. All this foolishness. You had 7 days, Mel had 7 days. Mel paying for the children's school. Your ass paying nothing. I don't know. I ain't been there. I don't know what you paid. You probably paid for the lunch. I don't know. I'm just a news reporter. Just reporting the news. You was greedy. You thought you seen dollar signs, you can get paid. The jokes was on you. Your ass ain't gonna get not one dime. You might have to end up paying. You start all this when you could avoid all this. What auntie tell you? God don't bless mess. Just like the ones in the trees. Your ass so messy. I know some shit on your ass too. I'm gonna put that shit on Patreon. And your ass know who I'm talking about. I ain't putting it up here. Sidekick ass too. Thought I didn't know. I'm gonna put that shit out there. I told you, stop poking the bear. This the shit you don't want nobody to know. $5, $5, $5. Me love you all night. $5. One thing I can say, and I'm gonna tell you the other contact creators, y'all don't know who watching y'all. Lawyers, judge, doctors, people with money. Corporate, millionaires, people with money. And you don't know who they like, who they love. And they happen to love an Ann. Be careful to check you right. Make sure you can cash them. Somebody told me that. And you ain't know who you got watching you. It could be a lawyer. It could be anybody. Like I told you, the attorney gave me the $1K to start, to pay for the stuff when I first started. And somebody else donate every month, $150. I told y'all I send products to the White House. And I'm looking at the address. I said, just that going, oh shoot, just going to the White House. You don't know who look at you, who supports you. Be careful. Because a lot of people wrote checks they ass can't cash. People been showing me love all week. Thank y'all. I'm good. I appreciate it. Appreciate your love. Appreciate your concern, your kind words, encouragement words. But I told y'all, God don't lie. When God take you on a journey, this for male, it gets hard. But you stand 10 toes down. Like you said, this is a victory for you. Your victory might not look like our victory. You say your peace, you got peace. Told y'all, this man had to be court ordered to go get some kind of help. But he won't get no help. I don't know his ass still getting the help. See, Martell tell on himself. Y'all can't, no, I can't see. Somebody, Tanya Russell, she said, you are awesome, Aunt Ann. Thank you. Ain't got no glasses on, girl, but I'm seeing it. I gotta have surgery done to my eyes. I'm gonna get them done. I don't want no glasses though. I'm getting surgery done to my eye. But I'm gonna drop the link. But like I was saying, I'm telling y'all, narcissists would do stuff and think they got away with it and think he could do anything. Act a plumb fool. Keep acting a fool. Keep acting a plumb fool. Keep on acting a fool. Next time they're going to lock you up and you can't get out. You're locked up and they can't get you out. You're locked up. If Martell would have went to the doctor like he's supposed to, he would have been on some kind of about 5 different kind of medication. He would have been on 5 different kind of medication. How you doing, Miss Anonymous?
Aunt Anne, you lovely darling, you.
Thank you.
You've been looking so beautiful lately. I just had to tell you, after you had your little storm, you knew God was going to send you a blessing, and it's making you look radiant.
Yeah, you know what God told me? He said, once you knock down, he said, when you down, I'm gonna get you up stronger. When you fall,
That's right.
You get up stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's what I am. I'm stronger.
Well, we know that, and trust, like I said, you and Melody, you're being attacked because you have a light.
Yes, ma'am.
And darkness doesn't like the light. So, yes, and I am a lawyer, so I have been helping in the shadows. So, just to let you know.
Yes, ma'am.
I know. So,
go ahead.
Oh, I was saying your T is, I guess he's having the court-ordered psychological evaluation. I kind of sense that because you're right. Yeah. Well, the good thing is I'm glad the court personnel got a chance to see he wasn't an actor anymore. Mm-hmm. He showed his rage.
Yeah.
And they are taking steps like, because I think Drop the Mic was the one that was reporting the children are with her. That's what usually will happen. They usually will do, he has to pass a series of tests to make sure he can even get back to it. But the original one is still in effect. So technically what Melody is saying is true because it hasn't been changed yet. But if he doesn't pass,
it will.
You're right. Yeah.
It will.
If it doesn't pass, that's what's going to happen. So she's kind of playing coy. I get it with some of the people, but what they do is just to let people know. And I'll just tell you this. I am anonymous, but I'm a family lawyer and I've been practicing for a long time. But in my jurisdiction, what they usually do is the court wants the other parent to have an opportunity to correct themselves before they make their final decision. So
if something else dropped, she's gonna get custody.
Oh, of course. But what they're doing is they're exhausting everything to give him the chance. Because as I was telling other people before, they want both parents to be in the children's life because that will help them. But he has to be fit and stable and capable. And you were right on, Ann. He's not well. Whoever's helping him fund this, because I know he doesn't have the money, is doing this because they're still attacking Melody, but they're not understanding it's not going to work. You're
leaving don't have no lawyer now. The lawyer quit. Lawyer quit.
I would quit too.
You're gonna throw a chair and go berserk. That's why I tell people when you're going through stuff and then you've been telling people and don't nobody believe you, and then when it come out, you be like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Then it get you be like, they see it.
Yeah, it was a relief for her. But see, we've seen it on Love and Marriage Huntsville, the Vegas trip, the reunion clip. You get what I'm saying? They've seen it. You can't, and it's sad, but I think, in my opinion, allegedly, he's in a narcissistic rage and a narcissistic collapse. Yeah. So with that, he needs to, I said it, he needs an exorcism, a pill, and an IV drip. So hopefully they'll give him all three, but we'll see.
Who's low down? Can I see your face low down? You ain't never been up here. Okay, hey girl. Hey, how you doing? I miss you.
Hey, Aunt Ann, I love you. Gorgeous. You are so gorgeous. Look at that sunshine smile.
Thank you.
Hi, Anonymous.
Hello, LeJohn. Low
Hi,
down.
Cheryl.
Hello. Hi, Aunt
Hey,
and
how you
Anonymous.
doing?
I'm good. Hi,
Hi,
Anonymous.
Cheryl.
Hi.
But you know, the children been with her from day one. They never went back. They've been there for a while with Mel.
You know, I got jumped on. I was on another piano probably a week ago, right?
Uh-huh.
And I got jumped on because I was saying that I didn't feel like I listen, I feel like kids should be in their father's lives.
Well, wait a minute. Say what you're about to say is your opinion.
Okay. Yes.
Is allegedly.
In my opinion, allegedly, in my opinion, I believe that kids have a right to be in their father's lives. But I think depending on the character or what's going on with the father, it should be either supervised weekends or something like that. And people were jumping down my throat because they were saying that basically, allegedly, Melody's being petty. She's just, a woman scorned and she's just trying to make it difficult. And I was saying, what are you guys not seeing? I see allegedly the mental illness, the rage, the things that Hotel is battling, and I didn't see how everybody else wasn't seeing it. Like Anonymous said, I know they got to exhaust certain things, but I'm glad that they're on the track. They're right on track. They see what we see.
Okay, so somebody asked me, why do they got to go back to court? They have to go back to court because he was ordered to get psychological help. If he's going to have visitation, they got to make sure he's okay or put him on some kind of medicine. That's why they got to go back.
Correct. They have to do the official psychological evaluation. He has to do the test. And the whoever is the psychiatrist or psychologist who renders the report has to officially render the report. It's usually sealed, so nobody will know. But the court, and I think you'll probably see a guardian ad litem be appointed to get it, so they can get that report.
I had one. Far we know, they probably already got one. We don't know what they got, but like I tell everybody, Melody know what's best for her children. They just right. That is their father. They love their dad, but Melody gonna make sure her children is safe. If they want supervision, if they say come out and that Martel got about 26 people in his body, quite sure it's gonna be supervision.
It will be probably first. He has to. There was a lady on Diana Rose's panel, and I was on maybe 2 weeks ago. She kind of explained what she did in Florida. For a period of time, the person has to go through a series of tests. So what they're probably going to do, again, allegedly, in my opinion, is initially find out where he's at. And then the person who is supposedly treating him will give the recommendation for a period of time. But the children will still be with Melody. Okay. There'll be status reports, and then they will see if after he passed those status reports, then he'll get what they'll call supervised visitation, usually at the courthouse, like on a Saturday for about 4 hours. And then, and then, but he won't have overnight. He won't have overnight.
No, because I had to do the same thing with my kids when they had to go under the doctor care. They had who's that? Oh, okay. Let me do that. They had him do all kinds of tests, but whatever the therapist say, the psychiatrist say, then we went back and they had to talk and said this is what we recommend. Then the where I live at called Guardian Angels. The Guardian Angels was like, okay, how they act with their father, and this is that, and we don't think he need right now, maybe down the road. So the judge put all that together and go from there.
Yeah, the guardian ad litem, there probably is going to be appointed a guardian ad litem. Even people are saying it wasn't, but for this type of issue, the guardian ad litem typically is a lawyer who will be more detailed, and they will be the phrase is they call them the eyes of the court. They're the one that gets a chance instead of the judge to actually go in and investigate, see the reports, and make a recommendation to the judge. Usually is what they follow. and then the attorneys will get a chance to see it. He probably will have a court-appointed attorney if he can't afford one for this matter, just to make sure he knows his rights.
But I don't trust them either, because sometimes they get fooled by narcissists so charming and bring you in, and then they find something different. They don't see it, and they go to court. Oh, he's fine. Then he's not fine.
Yeah,
that's the problem I got with the Guy Angel attorney. That's why I got a problem with them, because I seen it happen. It happened to me, and I was like, what is she saying? Oh, well, he's fine, and he's this and he that. When he had a burst out in the court hall, she was like, oh, I never seen that part. Okay, I've been telling you that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think because let's give credit to you, Aunt Ann, and the other content creators in this show, because you have eyes on this. I assure you they're going to get somebody that's more detailed and more understanding regarding the narcissism traits and even bipolar traits, if he has that allegedly, in my opinion. So the fooling is not going to work. And that's why, remember, I know Hannah's up here and the others. Remember, we were talking about the different traits of being a narcissistic sociopath and narcissist?
Yeah.
The psychologists and psychiatrists all have stated that it's very difficult dealing with the person who probably has the latter.
Put it.
And if I'm seeing Holt, to get my opinion allegedly, if he has those 10 traits, it's going to be difficult for him. But that's where I think the monitoring and other things are going to be recommended.
Your thing went out. I didn't hear you. But I want to take this time to thank all the content creators that focus on this, because, to tell the truth, we've been helping, and y'all think we haven't. We've been helping and sharing the light on all this stuff is going on. We don't know who life we save. I have a lot of people in my DM, you saved my life, you did this, you did this. We don't know who you helping. This is why I do what I do, to save lives, not to argue, not to do anything, just to help people.
And also to have healthy relationships. There's nothing wrong with disagreements. Oops. I got people call. I got to go. 1 second.
Hey, Miss Hannah.
Hey, Auntie Ann and Pamela. Yes, how y'all doing?
All right, I miss you.
I know I miss you as well, and all of my YouTube buddies and everything. I had a little something going on, so I hadn't been on as much as I wanted to, but I finally caught you. You come on kind of early, so but
yes, I had some breaking news.
Okay, good. Well, shoot, I tell you what, I'm glad. I don't know exactly what's going on because I didn't hear all of your reports, but I'm going to go back and listen. But yeah, I'm glad Melody is in a good place. But I tell you, that look that was on Martell's face when Destiny filmed him, it was very, very eerie to me. So it looks like he did not get what he wanted. And I did hear a report saying that she didn't have to pay child support to him. And he has the audacity to ask his woman for child support. He is some kind of a...
He don't, but they don't know. They got to go back to court.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was ordered to go. Look, I'm going to tell you a little bit of it, but you have to go back and look. But he was ordered to go to psychiatric help and therapist. He went off. The lawyer, he went off on his lawyer. The lawyer wanted to give him $10K. Then before they go back to court, they want to give him 30, and he just went off and threw a cheer. It was just terrible. He just went off. He showed his tail. So now he got a court order to go to have all that stuff done and find out what's wrong with him. So he don't have no choice now but to go.
So the mask is coming off. Melody been trying to tell. Well, we've been seeing it like anonymous.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. When you telling somebody and people that like they don't believe you, and then she being evil, and then when finally the mask come off and somebody that you see it and you've been going, you be like, I'm at peace now.
Because he's the one that started this whole narrative that she had a dark heart and that she don't forgive people. And then everybody else started saying the same thing. And so that's the reputation that I think she has been vindicated by that too. And I know I saw her put up vindicated. Yeah.
All the stuff she been through. Yes, all the stuff she been through. And everything. People just tell me, oh, you hate him. No, I call a spade a spade. I get on him and tell him what you need to do for yourself. It's up to you to take it. I sure do dog you out because you crazy. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Oh, you hate him. You no, he just cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. Both of y'all need to help.
And you see the smiles on them kids' face. Mel always put them in. And it's almost like it seems so draining that she has to go behind him to make sure. It's almost like she make progress, and here they got to go back to him 7 days. And then he, she don't really know what's going on. I know she probably try to keep her mind completely off what's going on over there at his house. But those are your 4 kids. The only thing she said, she got to keep them prayed, covered in prayer. Same thing Miss Van saying, we do the same thing. So Martell is, like I said, that look on his face look like he is conjuring up something else. He gonna try to smooth, do whatever he can to pull the wool over the attorneys and the judge, and if they have a jury or whatever, he gonna try to pull the wool over everybody.
They done seen him. He done at the food. He should have kept that foolishness inside. They done seen him at the food.
He can't.
That's how I feel. I feel like he don't let the cat out the bag. I don't think he could fool them no more. I think his back is against the wall now. He got to show up or show out, okay? And that means do just what the court said. Allegedly, if they say they stipulated therapy and this and that and evaluations, he could kick, scratch, and scream. Won't nothing budge in his favor until he do exactly that.
Well, you're right. He won't be able to fool, but people like that always think that they can fool. Just like Melody said, the enemy, the what she call it, the devil or whatever she said, never gives up. He gonna come one way. He find that door locked. He gonna try another. That's why you got to stay prayed up.
I agree.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a mess. But I thought that 1 week off and 1 week on was gonna affect the kids more in a negative way because allegedly,
because this is crazy.
In my opinion, you got the love. You got the love child.
He doesn't need to be around those kids.
Hold for a minute.
Allegedly.
Can y'all hear? Who can't hear each other?
I was talking, and then I think Miss Cheryl couldn't hear me.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Miss Cheryl, could you hear?
Can you hear me?
No, low down. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Okay. It's LaDawn.
Okay. I ain't got. I don't have no glasses on.
I don't know what the fuck. I mean,
it's LaDawn. That's okay.
Low down. Oh, I'm talking low down.
I am not a part of hotels
low
group.
Down.
Look, I ain't a part of hotels group. I ain't no low down dirty dog. But yeah, allegedly in my opinion, that's all right, baby. But like I was saying, allegedly in my opinion, I feel like the 1 week off, 1 week on would have affected the kids in a negative way more than it would help the situation, because he was also bringing the other child over who got their own issues going on, and then they would have to stuff their stuff down and deal with this. It was just a bit too much for them at this time. So I just hope over everything that like Mel says, she does keep the kids prayed up and stuff. I just hope that they're really okay inside, knowing that their father is struggling, because they know they love their father, but he's sick allegedly, in my opinion.
And he's trying to hurt Melody in any way, and that's sad too.
And will use the kids, and that's what's even sadder.
Let me tell you what one thing I have learned about narcissists is they're not going to let you go into. They get you back. It's just, you ever seen what you call the little thing called lynches? You can't get them off. That's what they are. This is why
bloodsuckers.
Yeah, this is why coleslaw is still hanging in there. He promised her something, so she's not leaving till she get it. She's same as Martell. She's not gonna leave when she get it, and Martell's not gonna leave until he try to break Melody. But see, no weapon shall form against her shall prosper. So she's covered in the blood. He can't beat God. So he might well go on, take his tail between his legs and go on somewhere. I need to see your face, darling.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Aunt Ann. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. Oh Lord, I just hope they keep the kids away from Martell, because I'm sorry. Allegedly, this man is completely out of his mind. He is out of his mind. That stunt he pulled is. I'm hoping that they keep the kids away from Martell for a little while. Let him get himself some help and get himself together. I'm sure he loves his children. I would never say he don't. I just think I've seen situations like this where everybody's unalived. Everybody. So I don't know.
We ain't gonna speak that in existence. Nope, that's lying.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. Okay, I take it back. I'm sorry. My bad. He need to get some help. That's all I know. He need to get some help. All of this, he did all of this for what reason? He brought this to court and, tried to take full custody for what reason? He knew he wasn't going to get full custody. And Martell is aware of how much it costs to go through court to fight a custody case. Martell is not stupid. He might act stupid, but he's not stupid.
I think he think that Mel was going to pay his attorney fees or something.
He know that she wasn't going to do that. He knew she wasn't going to do that. And my thing with Martell is sometimes I feel he capitalized on the fact that people are somewhat afraid of him and they fear him. So, because what reason would you have to do that? I don't know if it was in the court. I don't know where it was at that he went crazy. But he kind of know he capitalizes on the fact that people that he hear bloggers say how dangerous he is. That's how he get his way. He go into a tirade just to get his way, or you call it a tantrum. I don't know what you want to call it. But in my opinion, allegedly, I feel a lot of times he capitalizes on that. And he feel if he put enough fear in you, you'll do what he wants. He tried it with Melody, allegedly, in my opinion.
Conja, can I see your picture, please?
I don't know. I could be wrong though. I don't know.
I can't see your face. All I see your forehead.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
How you doing?
I could be wrong though. I could be wrong.
Hi, Conja. Is it Conja or Conja?
Koja.
Koja? Okay.
Yeah. I could be wrong.
Do you hear my background? Is it interfering?
I don't hear anything.
Okay.
Yes, I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. I just feel he capitalized on a lot of the stuff that the fear that people have.
Can I say something?
Hello?
Conja.
Oh.
I can't hear nobody but you.
Me? You hear me?
Me? You hear me? Yeah, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I can hear you. Yeah.
I want to say something to women. I actually reached out to Mel, and I don't know if she got this shortly, either after season 1, because if you're familiar with these type of tactics, they actually work in the court. And I told her when
Conja, you're cutting off.
Let me see my karma.
Yeah, you're still cutting off.
I think my car is trying to kick in. Let me turn it off.
Okay.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
I actually reached out to Mel. It was either shortly after season 1, and I'm not sure if she got it or her team.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Hello?
hear you. I'm going to go out and come back in, okay?
Yeah, 'cause I can't hear nobody, in fact. I can't even hear on air.
Okay.
Hello? Okay. Okay.
I'm going to go out and come back in.
All right. Aunt Ann, you still here, right? I don't hear Aunt Ann.
That's why you can't hear me. I'm talking.
I can hear you now. That's all right, Aunt Ann. I had your back.
What, Jesus? I'm trying to talk. And myself on mute. Lord Jesus.
Oh, I was gonna say, where's Miss Ann at? Oh.
I said, good Lord, where's Tanya Brown Skin Girl when I need him?
What's going on here?
What? I said, why they can't hear me? I keep telling her to say something.
Oh, Aunt Ann, my daughter said hi. She loves you.
How you doing, darling? But I feel that I'm saying that they're not going to take him complete out of this kid's life, but they're going to make sure Martell right before anything.
Well, that's fair.
Keep him overnight. Like I said this morning, those kids love their father, and they should still have time with their dad.
Mm-hmm.
But trust me, Melody know what she's doing for her kids, and she's gonna make sure her kids.
Mm-hmm.
I think people don't understand that Melody is a very smart woman.
She sure is.
She's not gonna let nothing happen to her babies. Trust me, she's on top of it. But I think people don't understand she need to do this. She need to stop him from saying she can't do that. If the court say no, she can't go on top of the court.
That's right.
But she's gonna make sure her baby's good.
We need to stop telling Melody what to do. She knows what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he upset too because Melody let the cat out of the bag about them 10 dozen roses and make him look real bad. He been in hiding, and when he came back, again, I'm just gonna say the look on his face is like he's conjuring up something. I said it once, I said it twice, I may say it one more time before
his money gone. Money gone. And see, he figured that what gets me is what makes you think? Nobody said something wrong. He got about 6 or 10 things wrong with him. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a news reporter. But what makes you think you dog me out? Got the whole cast turned against me, call me all kinds of hoes, disrespect me, trying to do things to me. You think I want to come after you? You have a lot of nerve, mister.
The humiliation.
I told you the stems, the marbles, everything is all over the place. I told you.
Hello? Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, before you get to start talking, say what you're about to say. So what I'm about to say is alleged and is my opinion.
Okay. Melody has a team and money.
You got to say that. You got to say that.
And I want women to know that what Martell does actually works.
Closure, say, in my opinion and allegedly.
In my opinion and allegedly.
Right.
What Martell does actually works. Melody has a television crew to chronicle what's happening, but the average person doesn't have that. And this is a case study for everybody. Generally, people like Martell are believed. And I hope if they appoint a guardian ad litem, it's not a thirsty woman who will fall for Martell's tactics, because some of them do. And in normal, everyday people cases, these things actually work, but the world is watching, and that prevents Martell from doing a lot of stuff. These things work in court, and I wish women would really research how many mothers are losing custody to tactics like this, because when you go into court, there generally is no proof, yay or nay. And the only thing they have to do is allege that a woman is bitter without proof, and it works. And generally, a lot of times women are the first ones to jump on the bandwagon to say, yeah, like they portray male as bitter, even though it's not true. A lot of people buy into it. And I just want to tell women to really be on guard if you're in the family court system too. I reached out to her a long time ago. I don't know if her team got it or not. And I told her, hey, be careful, document everything. And she's a smart woman, so she was going to probably do that anyway. But if you ever had any experience, you would have seen this coming a mile away. Martell want to be a stay-at-home dad on Melanie dime. And that's all I wanted to share with women. This is a case study and a cautionary tale of how to move forward in this type of case if you're involved in it.
Thank you. Jane, I need to see your face. You haven't been up here before. I need to see your face, Jane.
Hi, Aunt Ann. How are you today?
Ann, are you on mute again?
Is Aunt Ann on mute?
How you doing, y'all?
Oh, God. You know, I'm over here laughing today. I'm working in the emergency room, so I'm just cracking up laughing. Oh, you make my day. But no, I just wanted to tell everybody that when you go into court with the guardian ad litem, sometimes they know to get an older person, and they do kind of give a backstory on both parents, you know. So therefore, the guardian ad litem and also the psychologist will know what to be aware of. So I'm quite sure that they're gonna get somebody that's totally different, that has a clear bias opinion, you know, going in. So I don't think that they'll get a pick me. They'll probably get an old grandma that's been in the game for a long time, and that she done seen every trick that been pulled. Trust that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Jane. I can't let you up if you don't have a camera. If I can't see your face, I'm sorry. Have a nice evening. We'd love to speak with you, but I can't have you come up here like that. You're welcome. If she had I think if she had a camera on her phone, she should have it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
Could be a troll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ann.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know Martell has mental issues, but do you sometimes think that Martell capitalizes on the fact that he hear blogs and say how dangerous he is, and this is his way of putting fear in people's heart, because he knows that's sometimes that's how he gets what he wants, by throwing these tantrums and going crazy. Do you think he capitalizes on that sometimes? I'm not saying he don't have a problem, mental issue, but do you think sometimes Martell capitalizes on the fact that people are fearful of him?
Nope, because I'm not fearful of him. I think that Martell don't think he have a problem. So that's why I say he don't capitalize on it, because he figured he don't have a problem. If he figured that he had a problem, then I would say, yeah, he think he don't have a problem. He said he didn't need no attorney or anything. It's a super chat. I can't catch it, but thank you for a super chat. She said something. I can't even catch it. Okay. I don't think that he would do anything like that. Not as not doing that. I'm saying that capitalize on it because he arrogant. He don't think that's him. So no.
Because I'm
He
sorry.
said he don't need no doctor. He said his son need him. So
because
he don't. If he don't have. He think he don't have a problem. He too arrogant for that.
Because this whole tactic of him bringing Mel to court in the first place to sue for full custody, in my opinion, and allegedly, it was to scare her or somehow to make her come back to him. He had a plan when he took Melody to court for. I mean, in my opinion, and allegedly, he had a plan to take Melody to court because he thought maybe that would change. She would have a change of heart, or maybe it would scare. It's like a scare tactic to get her to come back to him, making her think that her kids could get taken away, which they weren't going to be.
I think what he did He did it because he didn't want Melody to change her name. If you look at when she at the reunion, he said Holt.
Yeah,
he did it because Melody already said, if you're going through litigation in court, you can't change your name. That's what he want. He want her to keep that name. And he realized she don't want the name. She changing it. And this is the problem. It's a control thing.
Right. Because it does say, I read up on there about narcissism, that they do use the court system to gain control over you also. They use the court system to do it also. So
yeah, I was going to court every week for mixed match socks, for bowls. I was going every week.
For bowls.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
But
The last time I went, the bridge came. I was crying all night long. I said, I'm gonna lose my baby. I said, I'm gonna lose my kids. And what I did was I prayed that night. And I prayed. And we got to court. I was shaking. I got to court. I was shaking. And it was time for us to go to court. He won't dare. Never late. He won't dare. And the judge said, this is ridiculous. I had another judge that day. Didn't have the same judge. I had another judge. And he said, this man been bringing you to court for stuff like this? I said, yes, sir. He said, you got full custody. And then that's when my ex came through the door, telling me the bridge caught him. And he said, the bridge caught me. He said, you should have got it early enough. And he said, well, what I'm going to do? Well, you get with her and see your child when she wants you to. And he left. He said, this is great. This is ridiculous. And I shot her all the way out that courtroom, and he called me all kinds of names. I ain't care. I had my baby.
Yeah, because because you were afraid. That's why I was saying that he might have been trying to put some scare tactic into Melody and make her afraid of losing her babies.
Hey,
right. And also, I agree with Aunt Ann. He really don't think he doing anything wrong. You heard his mom.
I agree.
When she said that, he don't need no counseling. What you need counseling for? Mm-hmm. But see, he said, well, Mama, it may be something else. He know, but he gets, Martell is kind of like a lot of men that think just because they do the basics, that is enough. And you're supposed to reward them for just doing what they are supposed to do as a father and as a man, basically.
Right.
And that's who he is. He think that, again, he just think that he's fooling a lot of people. I'm just going to say like that. He think he's, I'm kind of like anonymous now when you think about this, what you call it, grandiosity type behavior. Think I'm better, that I'm, this godlike complex.
They fly above you.
I agree with you 100%. And when he was sitting there with his mama, he didn't say how he flipped out and flipped over chairs and tables at the lawyer. He just said he went off, meaning like he raised his voice in a shock that the bill was that much.
Yeah, I tell you, told him.
Yeah, he didn't really say in detail with his mama, on how bad he went off. But I agree. He think he can get away with it because he think he ain't doing nothing. He thinks he can justify why he's doing the things he's doing. It's because somebody did something to him or said something wrong, so he got a right to act the way he act.
Right. Hi, Aunt Ann. It's Keys. I just want to thank you for all you do for all of us. I just want to say that, yes, I appreciate you. I appreciate all the content creators and Anonymous. I just feel as though, in my opinion, that Martell, he's a manipulator. And he tried to back Melody into a corner because he felt like he had her all of those years and he can still manipulate her and get her to do the things that he wanted to do. That's why he used the court system as well. But he knew Melody better than that. He tried to shame her. He tried to shame her into doing the things that he wanted. That's why he went on that grand tour saying all those awful things about him, but yet wanted her back. Said she was a horrible mother, but yet wanted to get back with her. You're not paying her any child support. She didn't want it because she felt as though she could do things for herself. I don't know her. This is just my opinion. Just from what I see off of the TV screen. Now, he has all these people rallying behind him. What they should really be doing is supporting Melody, being a village for her, especially, I feel, in my opinion, the women on that cast. Because if it wasn't for Melody, nobody would be there. They don't appreciate. You see, when you do something for somebody, instead of them appreciating you, they get jealous of you. They build up animosity.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be like you.
Yeah.
So they have that crabs in a barrel mentality, which is just disgusting. They lived off of her for so long. Storyline about her all the time. Sound like Latasha and Candy to me, in my opinion. But Martell just needs to get his stuff together, because children do need their fathers in their lives. But if you're not stable, then you don't need to be there, because
That's right.
number one is they need stability. That's first and foremost from both parents. You don't have to be with Melody to be in your children's lives.
Exactly.
You went and had an affair for God knows how long. We don't even, what they said, 7 years, 5 years. We don't even know how long, because he's been doing this for probably since he'd been with her, because she said she was going to leave him years ago with their first anniversary, because he was so nasty. Probably with, in my opinion, allegedly, with all of these multiple personalities that he presents, because people can only do what you allow, and people only see what you do. So since you present all of these multiple personalities, you're not stable. You have no stability. You're not offering your children anything. And that's first and foremost what he should be doing. And in his children's lives is offering them stability. And he's not doing that. He's causing chaos and confusion. And in my opinion, the other child that he had with that other lady, why should Melody have to take care of that child?
Exactly.
Why should I give you child support?
She not.
Exactly. Right.
My point is, I believe Coleslaw have her hand in it too, because she made a statement and said that she liked Martell when he was married to Melody, because she can get more things.
Right, because that's when he had the coins. That's when he had the bag, because he was spending Melody's bag. He was working under her with her builder's license. Shame on him that all of this time has passed. You trying to tell me you can't pass an open book test?
Shame.
Could have did that.
Shame,
right?
He has other problems as well. He has other problems as well, and this is why I don't like to speak on other people's children. This is why I was telling Ariane, getting her some. I wasn't bashing her. I was telling her, as me looking, and me used to work at the school, and telling her, get your child chat. Right. There ain't nothing wrong with him, and people keep on saying something wrong and say, shoot, here, he been chatting, ain't nothing wrong with him, so y'all be quiet. It's something, it could be something small as a learning disability. It ain't got to be some crazy wrong with him. It could be that. But
and if she get the right help, he can be
get
successful.
the help while he's young.
The earlier, the
he
better.
Look frustrated. He's trying to tell them what he wants, and he can't tell them. He look frustrated to me.
Also, Aunt Ann, look at her when she was pregnant. You know, at first she was happy, then she was angry. When you're angry and you're pregnant, every emotion you have, that baby in your belly feels that too. That's probably why that baby goes upside her head. The baby, allegedly, in my opinion, he's not getting taken care of the way he needs to. But that's not Melody's problem. That's his mother's problem and his father's problem. And he might have got it from his father, in my opinion. But Martell needs to get his act together. The time is now for the change. I'm not rooting for him. I'm rooting for him, for his children. See, there's a difference. Because I can't stand them. But I don't know that man. But I feel for his children. And it's not fair for him to display his insecurities, because in all honesty, these are insecurities. These narcissistic ways that he has are insecurities. Don't project them on Melody. Just because you messed up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, it's time for you to look in the mirror, get your act together, in my opinion.
And I don't know much about narcissists like Anonymous, but I read that they never change. They never change. They said if you try to change a narcissist, you're gonna be in trouble. They're never gonna change, and as they get older, they get worse.
It's no cure.
That's what it says. That's what it says. I don't know how true it is, but it says you cannot change a narcissist. You can't.
Listen,
I'm gonna try to get this guy. He's a narcissist, and he do YouTube. I'm gonna try to get him trying to get him to talk, because he did one, and I did his video over here, and he said that he didn't try to get help. He's 48, 49, and he just tried to get help.
He has long hair. Because there's two men that be on. It's a big dude. It's a big guy.
But they don't want help.
Oh, okay.
This one getting help. He's in a therapist now, but he was like, when they tell you they change and they had a year therapy, he said they ain't changed. He said we still the same. He said it take a lot of work. He said because I was in denial. He said if you keep on being in denial and say this not that and that, he said you'll never be here. He said he was in denial.
It takes years and years of therapy.
But guess what?
Now I'm supposed to be sleeping by now. This tea done came. I'm supposed to be sleeping. I'm so tired. But y'all go ahead. No, I'm up now.
I'm just saying, on air, for the ones that think there's nothing wrong with them, when they're looking in the mirror, that's part of their daily plan. How can I manipulate A, B, C, D to get what I want? See, that's what they do on a daily basis. I dated a narcissist and I left that ass in the dust. Okay. And he's still texting me to this day. Blocked. Leave me alone. Blocked.
I mean, it's 14 years later. Here it is 14 years later. He's still doing the same
But
thing.
you know what? Melody can't move the way we want her to move. She has to move
of course
the way what's best for her. And the society that's watching her has to either understand that or go watch something else.
That's right. But they quick to tell her what she should or should not do. They can't tell Melody what to do. She got to do what's best for her.
That's right. Her and her children.
And her children, right.
That's right.
But yes, Cheryl, I think when people say there's no cure, they really mean that you cannot treat that behavior with medications, but you can go in counseling and do behavioral health type therapy and stuff like that. But one thing I don't think I've ever heard Melody say anything about Martell's intellect or anything like that. But I think she kind of know this man is slow. But and I do think that she kind of feels sympathy for him because she said it before, but that's probably changing because at the last reunion, she says she don't even like the man. And because of what he is continuously doing to her. But I think if he had tried to co-parent with her, she said, look, she would have done that with Martell, but it's so difficult when he's still trying to get her back. As you know, and he's doing that only because he thinks that this woman will take him back in his twisted mind after all of the foolishness that she went through with him. Who would go back to that foolishness? Nobody. In his mind, he thinks she will.
I think that because previously when they were together and whatever happened between them and his extramarital affairs, she took him back. She forgave him. But Melody built that man up to where he is today, to where she wanted him to be, in my opinion. And when she realized there was no more Build-A-Bear and she couldn't come back from that extramarital affair and that baby, she said, this is not worth it. And that's what we women have to realize. We should not be building men up. Okay? If we're in a relationship, we're supposed to build each other up. But it starts with self. And I feel, in my opinion, that she did what was best for her and her children.
Because allegedly Melody was on the Bonnie Blue, and she said that she had to walk away because he was going to end up driving her either crazy, or she going to end up hurting somebody, or she probably end up.
It is the same. It's staying the same. It is the same now until they go back to court. She said she thought Melody's cousin said that the custody is going to stay the same.
But that's
the same. It's the same. It's still the same now. But Melody got the kids until he finished. Till he finished what the court ordered him to do, to go to therapy and get a head exam. Then they'll go back to court and they'll see.
Can you imagine the stress that he's putting not just Melody through, but his children through?
I think Melody just wanted him to get some help.
Yeah,
right.
It became sad when you see somebody, your children's father, falling like that.
The
and
demise.
I think that when she said peace, it could, like she said, her victory might not look the way we want the victory. Our victory is.
Right.
Like I said, a lot lift off her. She's been trying to tell people there's something wrong with him. He need help. Nobody would listen to her. He said he don't need no help. The mama said he don't need no help. Now he getting the help that he need. And I think she wants the best for Martell because as children, her kid's father,
Right.
she just want to leave her alone and be and just co-parent together. And I still believe Melody wants to co-parent with him, but she wants to have a peaceful co-parent.
Co-parenting, yes.
And you know what, Aunt Ann and panel, I think that the rest of the cast and everybody else, the society and communities, know something is wrong with Martell. But it's just he's bringing in revenue, they feel, and they probably, in my opinion, thought that, you know, he was pulling strings. But when they saw who the real big dog, Big Melody, money making Mel was, that's when they became jealous.
But they got to understand too is that, like Melody said, on the latest Bondi Blue with the three young women, the other two young women.
Yes, Jamie, that's me, and
I forgot the other
Nash.
Yeah, she was saying that
Nikki,
that
somebody did his work for him allegedly. You can get if you look how long it took him to get out of high school.
And he taught special education.
Oh Lord.
He was a special ed teacher.
He wasn't a gym teacher. He was a special education teacher?
Yes.
Okay.
With young kids, like grade school, probably. Not like middle or high school. You know what I mean?
That temper?
Well,
I don't know if he was that way before.
I think he didn't have to show it too much because he was in control of his little demons. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was in control. He had the side. Everything was going good then, so he didn't really show that.
Melody and her coins.
Exactly.
You're right.
Exactly.
Yeah. They got many faces.
Exactly. Right. And I think when they was, I think it was the first season or second season when they was in that parking lot, and he told Mel, I'm going to say allegedly, and in my opinion, because I don't remember the word verbatim, but he was saying basically, I know I got that side piece. Why don't you just let me have that once in a blue moon and we be all right? He literally said that. And she was like, are you crazy? Like, boy, he got in that Jeep and pulled off on him.
He told Dr. Francis that. He told Dr. Francis that sitting in the office. All he wanted is one, just one.
And he would have been, if Melody would have fell for it, he would have been, nothing would have changed.
Right.
But how could you humiliate or allow somebody else to humiliate her the magnitude that she did in person on YouTube in the world? She can't come back from that. How could I walk next to you when you allowed somebody to humiliate me like that?
But that shows you just how twisted his mind is, because now he has every opportunity to get with this girl, to make her his wife.
Why won't he do it? Why won't he do it? I don't get it.
He's not
because he never wanted her in that capacity. That's why.
He's not going to do it because he got her. He know she going to be there when the smoke clear, and he know he got her. And there's a lot of men like Martell that want more than one woman. And there are women that some.
He's greedy.
In my opinion,
he's a greedy man. He's greedy.
He's just greedy. That's it.
He met a Melody. He said on the stage, Melody was not supposed to leave.
Right.
And he really meant that she was not supposed to leave. But what you want her to do? Don't nobody want no community penis.
Exactly. And he told Dr. Francis that Melody did satisfy him. That she satisfied all his needs. He just wanted one more. He just wanted one more woman. All he wanted was one.
Allegedly, because his friends were doing it. That's why.
Yeah. That's what he said. So that lie he told that she didn't satisfy him, that's not what he told Dr. Francis. And I think that was season 1 or 2.
Right. But he said so many different things. He talking oranges. The oranges got sweeter over there. Then it's just so you can't believe a word that come out of his mouth.
But when they went on that vacation together, when she invited him and his mother on that vacation, and she said, "Didn't I? You know, you know what I'm saying? No. How else can I say it?
No, I get
fellatio.
Yes.
Didn't I give you fellatio? And he was like, "Oh, I didn't want to."
You cut off.
Calling me. No, sorry, somebody was calling me. Let's talk about something else. No, because this is the basis. And this is what you went on that hate train spewing about me, that I wasn't satisfying you. And he said, of course you did. Of course you satisfied me. And you know, and then he was with Nell. Oh, now I see my wrongs, etc., etc. It's BS. It's all BS.
Yeah, he lying because he had somebody that did that. That side chick. He had
To
her
get
doing
what he wants.
all the tricks in the world.
Right. He's
And
only
still
doing that
ain't
to get what
claiming
he
her.
wants. So the cycle can start all over again. And then that gives him bragging rights. See, I did all this to this woman and now she's back. I don't think so.
A lot of men are just like Martell. They want to have more than one woman. And, you know, Marceau the same way. Marceau with Letitia. Let me cheat in peace. Let me cheat in peace. And, you know, and then we can keep this marriage going. There's a lot of men like that want to have more than one woman. And there's women that accept it, too. There are some women that accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
they don't know their worth.
Right. They don't know their worth. So there's a lot of women that's
child. Peace and blessings to all of y'all ladies.
Same to you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.
I've been in Mel's shoes and I cry sometimes because I've been in her shoes.
Mm-hmm.
What's so ironic, my ex-husband is a Capricorn just like Martell. They are very narcissists when they got money. When they think they about something, they give you you know what to kiss. I've been in her shoes, and when I got done like that, karma is real. Karma is real.
Yes, but that was her money he was spending.
He's going through his karma right now. He's going through his karma, and he just got to realize his faults in this and take it like a man and get the help he needs. Because he the one that walked out on that. Ain't no way I will sell my soul to damage a family, and I'm making money and be a success here. So I do agree with that lady Anonymous. I believe he made some deal behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And traded it all and lost everything.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think he was like that already, though.
Me
too. In my opinion,
I agree.
He was like that already. Because from what she was saying, as the show progressed, you can already tell he was already like that. It was all about him. And when you're used to being coddled, you're not used to somebody giving you constructive criticism or telling you the truth when you're used to being coddled. And he's a grown man, and it's time to put his big drawers on. I was going to say panties, but because he acts like his panties are in a bunch.
That too.
In my opinion.
I want to ask y'all something.
I remember when Tasha K did a piece on him. This is when he was still married to Mel. And the pictures Tasha K showed, he really thought he was big. You know what? Like he cannot be touched or something.
Hey, what you say, Aunt Ann? Aunt Ann?
Huh?
You said, let me ask you. You said you want to ask us something?
Yeah, I want to ask y'all something. This is my thoughts, my opinion. This is alleged. When Coleslaw said that Martell went both ways, do you think he having a problem with his sexuality?
Yes.
It's a possibility.
In my opinion.
I would agree with her if he didn't put everything on the line for some, you know what, for that. It's not like he put his stuff on the line. A lot of women, there's women that have found out that their men were going that way, and they have left their wives for men. But in his case, he let that woman, he put that on the line for her.
How you doing, lady?
Well, he did that to himself.
I mean, this man stood before God, and he lied in front of God, and he lied and said he was going to love, cherish, and protect this woman. He stood in front of God, and he lied to God. You can play in everybody's face, but you don't play in God's face.
That's why he's reaping what he sows today.
Exactly. So if you lie to God, you'll lie to anybody, and that's God. You don't lie to God because He knows that you're lying, and He knows everything that's going on. And for you to stand before God and lie to God and play in God's face, that's the problem I got. That's when I knew something was wrong with him right there.
But Aunt Ann,
how you doing, Miss Nina? How you doing, Miss Nina?
Hey, Miss Ann, how are you? Happy to, I'm glad you allowed me on the stage today. Hi, Chad. How are you guys doing?
Hello. Hi. How you doing?
Hello.
Look, I want to say this in regard to Martell understanding that he needs help. And I'm not as bad as his mom. I forgot her name that quick. But I remember when my daughter, because when I grew up, I used to have little tantrums. I would like act out in school, or do things or, just spaz out. In certain environments, you are taught that the only way that you can get something done, especially for people of brown skinned people, is if you go to that level. Because if you were being nice or asking, you wouldn't get what you needed, right? And along with that, just being in certain environments, I know I always had to defend myself. I was always I don't want to sound like CDO, but I always had to fight. I had to protect me and whoever I was. I love respect, right? So me growing up that way and doing those things, when I had my daughter, my oldest daughter, she would kind of show the same behaviors. And I was like, well, there's nothing wrong with her because I did it, right? And and so as she's gotten older, we talk about those things now, and we've been through a lot of tumultuous situations. But she was like, and I was like, well, babe, you don't have to feel this way or that way. You can go to the doctor. You can, get meds or something if you're depressed or having anxieties. Well, and she would be vindictive because maybe that would come out in an argument. Well, when I wanted help, you said I didn't need it. And I told her, I said, here's the thing. At that time, I was doing the best that I could as a mom. I didn't realize that you really needed help because I did the same thing. And I just thought it was normal. And no one could say something was wrong with my child, right? Because I was like, nothing's wrong with me. Okay. So, and I thought that was a very enlightening, moment. And I had to realize, but I told her I've grown and I'm not the same person that I was then. So I said, I can't go back in time, but moving forward, this is what we need to do. And a lot of people may still do that because of how they grew up. And we may say that it's Miss Marlene had low standards, and she probably did. I'm not going to say that I didn't. I've been, up and down, and I had to learn my way, navigate. But she's probably experienced so much of that she just thinks she thinks nothing is wrong, basically. And so when she looks at her son, well, what's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with you, because she thinks that it's normal, but it's not. And when he tries to tell her, she doesn't listen to him. You know what I mean? And I just remember being, my daughter and I having that talk about that. And I just think that a lot that may help somebody in moving forward if they have younger children in their teens or something like that. If somebody gives you advice, because sometimes you don't see it. You're so into it, you don't see it. They say, well, maybe you should do this. And see, now it's not like that. You do have a lot of more resources, and people are more open to saying, hey, can you realize that your child is not happy when they do this? Or do you think your child feels good doing that? And I think he's had a lot of that from his mother, basically. And
it was the opposite. I'm going to let you finish.
It's okay, because I always forget my talking points.
No.
You know what I mean? But no, I just remember being in that position where, because I acted a certain way when I was growing up and what I was going through, not realizing maybe at that time I needed a little counseling. I just thought it was normal. So when my daughter was kind of doing what I did, I'm like, oh, she's like me, kind of like doing something like and I didn't think anything was wrong. I didn't realize it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was the opposite because like I grew up, my mother and father was on drugs. My mother passed away of drugs. I started acting out at a young age. I was picked on, bullied. Your mama's in jail and picked on, and I had to fight too. I started using drugs. I done been stabbed. I got 3rd-degree burns on my arms. I've been through it too.
You can't say the state words.
I'm sorry. Sorry. But so I went through some things too, but when I started having my kids, I didn't want them to be like I was,
exactly,
or to experience what I did. So my grandmother did the best she could. There wasn't too much discipline because she parented out of guilt. You know what I mean? And she was the type, oh, leave them kids alone. They ain't got their mamas. Leave them kids alone. So she didn't give us real discipline, so I didn't respect authority figure going out in the world.
Right.
But with me getting locked up and experiencing the things that I had to experience the hard way, I realized that when I started having kids, I didn't want them to go through what I was going through. So I was different on the way I raised them. I didn't make excuses for my kids. I was even harder on them because I didn't want them to experience and go through what I was going through. So when I see Marlene treating Martell like that really bothers me, because I'm saying in this world today, that's why we got these men boys, you know what I mean, that don't step up until they're 50 and 60 years old and their kids is finally throwing up in their face how they really wasn't there, or because he wasn't a real man, he didn't teach his kids what they needed to be successful adults in this world. You know, we got to stop we got to pacifying and calling it what it is. And that's the most love you can give to your kids, is honest love, is the discipline, the structure. And what about those times, do as I say, not as I do? I grew up with that. That didn't mean do it because I did it too. It was just because you seen me do it, you better not do it.
That's true. But I'll say this. Everybody's circumstances are different. So for me, it wasn't so much of me being on drugs or being locked up. It didn't go that far for me, but I did act out. And, you know, I had maybe some trauma in, you know, growing up as well. And I had that anger. And I remember people saying, you don't have to fight everybody. But to me, you know, I did. And when I found my voice, because I used to be bullied, I've been bullied. I've gone through it, but I was raised alone. You know, in New Jersey on those streets, you know, so like, and I just found myself in that situation where I had to protect my honor. You know, I had to be that one, and that carried on. So when I started having children, and because I'm outspoken, and you know, I've got a lot of opinions, honey. I'm in the South now. They're intimidated by that. So that's even going back to Melody now. They don't like that. They don't want you to talk a lot, you know, accept what they say, or, you know, they'll get an attitude with you. And, you know, like, you'll look like, am I crazy? Was there not an issue here that needs to be discussed? And they can't do it. You know what I mean? So I find myself, and I don't mind being by myself, because I'm not going to be in situations where my voice can't be heard.
Hold on for a minute. Okay. Pretty brown eyes. I think that was rude what you did. Please don't do that no more. Don't come over here announcing somebody's going on. I don't care who it is. Please do not do that anymore.
Wow.
I just put you on timeout because that's rude and disrespectful.
Yes, it is.
And this is the RN show. So
that's right.
And I definitely understand that, because that's pulling away from your audience. Definitely.
It's not that the show just coming on. I just don't like that. It's very disrespectful.
Yeah, and I think people don't realize that, because what do they expect you to do in your show and run over there with your audience, or have most of your audience leave? You know, and maybe she didn't think it through, but yeah, I think she got it now. But anyway, that was all my spirit, guys. I wanted to discuss that.
Thank you.
And as women, we need to really, you know, have that thought, because Marlene is still stuck. And I'll tell you, I'm in my 50s. I'm like 57. Okay, so I'm getting there. But it took me a while to really, you know who I was. Look in the mirror and validate me. I don't need validation from anyone but myself and God. Look over what I've overcome and know that I can get over this too. And keep, like Melody said, keep pushing through. You know what I mean?
Right.
I hate that she's in that. I haven't been in quite that situation, but I have been in abusive situations, being young, being fast, being grown. Nobody could tell me anything. Girl, if you told me I was a little girl at 13, I'd be ready to fight. Little girl, I'm grown. I was just grown, honey. It was a mess. Yes, it was. But I'm gonna let
you. Thank you. I wanted to say this. This is what I want to say. I did a video, I think it was last year, and I tell women, I don't care how old you are, it's not too late to change or be there for your child and say, hey, I know I won't dare, I messed up, but I'm here now. You need help. We're gonna go together. If I gotta walk with you, we're gonna walk with you.
Right, Miss Ann.
Miss Maybelline said was, what's wrong with you? You don't need no help. You don't need this. You don't need that.
Yeah.
Why he's like
See, I want to say something about that when you finish.
She's part of it.
That's right.
Right, right.
Because she built this up in him. You a good son. You a good dad. You a good husband. You this, you that, you this, you that. Your son telling you, I need to see somebody because something's just not right. And you telling him, no, you don't. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You're good. You won't dare. And that's part of it. You probably never hugged him. Some kids want you to hug them. Some kids want to be kids. Some kids just want to sit there and talk to you. When Melody told you on that boat that Martel said that he didn't have somebody, y'all turn your mic off, please.
What is that?
Yeah. Okay, when someone tells you that I'm having problems in school, even I don't care how many jobs you work, well, son, let me find out what's going on. Melody asked you told him, suck it up. That's not natural. Get over it. No, it's not. You kept on saying this to him. This is all he heard now is suck it up. Get over it. It's other things going on with Martell. That's not the only thing that's going on with him. Is his mind is other things going on with him as well. So it's not too late.
Hello. I don't know if y'all.
It's not. I had to put you on mute. I was talking. I'm gonna get you. I said it's not too late for Miss Maybelline to change and Martell to change. It would have been a nice if she would have said, but son, if you need me to go with you to therapy one day, I'll go with you to support you. The first thing coming out of her mouth is, you don't need no therapy. You don't need this. You don't need that. And that was not what he wanted to hear. Support him. It's not too late for you to change. Even if you weren't there for Martell and some things you did, it's not too late to change. And I tell everybody, it's not too late to change. You can always change for the better. If you know you have not been there, be there for him now.
And you are right, Miss Ann, and I'm going to be done with this because I know we have other people that want, say some things. I was there with my children. They didn't have to look for me. I was around, but I was in denial because I just thought the way I acted was fine, and so I thought, but at that time, like I told her, I was doing the best that I could as a parent, and I didn't know. I said, but I'm different now. I grow. I can accept criticism. I could, I'm learning. We learn every day. We don't know everything, So I try to let her know it was nothing that I wanted to hurt her with. It was just that I did some of the same things too, and I thought it was normal. But I love you guys. I'm not going to repeat myself. It was something else I was going to say. I don't forget to.
How you doing, Miss Hooper?
Well, and I wanted to say that when at first when he explained to his mother that him and Melody were getting a divorce, she said, "You just like your daddy."
Exactly. Yep. I was gonna say that. Oh God.
So she knew something was wrong with him. She knew
something was wrong with him. Yep.
She knew something was wrong with him then, and then she turned and flipped the script. Script so she could be down with her son, because of course every mother wants to support their child, but I think why she really doesn't want him to go to therapy is because she will have to look at herself in the mirror to wrong her right.
Sometimes you have to do that.
Right. When we know better, we do better. And as a mother,
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Regardless of any script or TV show, she should have said, "You know what, son? I have your back. I'll go with you," etc., etc. But no, you want to down talk Melody, but then you want to be in her face and enjoy all of her luxury. That's not right.
Yeah. I had to do it. When I straightened my life out, I had to say to my kids one by one, I had to have that conversation. I'm sorry for failing you as a mom. I'm sorry for being in and out of jail. I'm sorry, you know? And it came a long way. In the beginning, they didn't believe me, but the longer I stayed doing the right thing, here we are 14 years later. I'm still doing the right thing, walking with the Lord, doing the right thing. And we got a great relationship. But I had to own my stuff first. I had to own the part that I played in my absence and the times, the Christmases I was gone and stuff. I had to admit it. And I had to say where I messed up. Yeah. And my kids respect me.
Miss Hooper, you have something to say? Because I'm going to end it in a few minutes. I can't hear you.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to say this. Well, I was trying to do it with the earphones, but I think it was kind of hard for me to do. But I'm going to just say this just shortly, briefly. I feel what Mel going through because right now I'm going through a divorce. As of right now, I'm married to a narcissist. So I can kind of understand what she's dealing with. Yeah. Oh, so let me do this disclaimer. Everything that I'm saying is my opinion, not of everybody. This is actually alleged, in my opinion only. At this point in time, like I said, I do feel for the you know, I'm proud of Mel because Mel doing what she has to do as a parent. I just hope everybody just pay attention. When I say everybody, I'm really talking about the courts, the lawyers, the judge, and the people that's in that area around her. Pay attention because right now, honestly, Martell is unstable right now, and he's showing it on camera. He's showing it to the world. Now we can see it. I don't understand why the judges and all them can't see it at this point in time. But you're just trying to make him go to counseling. That's not really going to work for him in a sense because, again, when you're a narcissist, you know how to play and make people think, but then you can only do it for so long. So I do feel, honestly, I ain't not putting in, I want to say nothing, but I do hope they're taking extra precautions to watch him because right now, he's that type of person, the vibes that he gives me when I see him, if he cannot get his way, then he's going to go to the left and he do stuff. Yes, he is known to be violent. There's stuff that Mel, if you could just read between the lines or just watch her, go back on some seasons, some episodes when they first started, it was the way he was talking towards her at times. So she know what he's capable of that she's not showcasing or have ever told anybody. Mel know what her and her husband had, what Martell had did to her those years she was married. So when she finally got that nerve to break free and stay gone, of course, she's never going to go back because she lived with him for over 10 some years with him doing what he did. You see what I'm saying? And no, she's not going to come out and just disclaim. I mean, she's not going to come out and reveal everything that had happened.
Yeah, it's a kid's father. Yeah,
right. So she's trying to be respectful, but that's not good enough for him. And honestly, if we all on the other side, we all saying the same thing. I said the same thing too. I'm like, oh, they don't deserve respect, but I get what she's going through because I'm dealing with it now. My children are grown, but me and my husband, we're, co-parenting on the grandkid side. But for as me be like, his thing is, I'm not going to let you go. You're going to roll out. I'm like, whatever. Yeah. I don't take it for kindly, but at the same time, like, we don't want to play the Wild Wild West right now. So let's not even go there. Just sign the papers and get gone and let it be. Because my thing is, when you cheat, you cheat. I tell people, cheating is a decision, not a mistake. It's an option that you chose to deal with. So, deal with what you started. This man destroyed his marriage. She asked him to stop, like I asked mine to stop. She gave him an extra amount of time. I gave mine 30 days and they refused to. He asked, on my situation, he turned into a full-blown relationship, and so did Martell. Martell and his wife were married for over 10 years. He was messing with this woman. It was more than a year. I think it was 3 or 4 years of their marriage. They was together secretly. So yeah, that once that stuff come out in the open, you hurt. You can't get past that because at this point, you do not trust, and it makes it harder for her to trust the next man. He's gonna have to work extra hard to prove that I'm not.
You're right. That's where I'm at now. With my fiance, it's just like I think that if I get married, he's gonna turn and be different. And he was like, well, I haven't turned in 3 years, so why I'm gonna turn now? And it's just like, it is hard for you to trust. You always had it in your back in your mind. It's hard.
That's what they say.
Don't get me wrong, y'all. I love being married. This was my first marriage. It was my husband's second marriage. I love being married, but I didn't want what came into my marriage. I didn't want to anticipate that. But now that I'm going through my transition, that's probably my grandkids in the back.
Sorry.
It's probably the fact that, because I was trying to use the headphones, y'all, and it wasn't working, so I'm trying to go into a different room. But no, my problem is that I'm seeing a counselor right now. I'm dealing with counseling and all that, because my biggest fear right now is the fact that I'm afraid that I don't know if I can love again. I don't think I can trust men.
You will.
Mm-hmm. But I know my heart is so damaged right now. I just want to focus on launching my business.
It'll be a while. It'll be a while. It'll be a long time, because my daughter is 28 and 32. It'll be a long time. And I just my fiance started off as a friend. We was friends for 2 years, then we just got in a relationship the 3rd year. So it's gonna be a while. I wouldn't let him touch my hand. It's gonna be a while, trust me. And
it'll be a while.
It's gonna be a while.
Yeah. Right now, when people ask me what's my man,
concentrate on yourself.
When people ask, well, who is your boyfriend? Do you have one? No, I have my little teddy bear, and I have my Bible. So that's the only thing.
You're gonna be okay. You can be. I told you, you're gonna be a while, because you've been hurt, and you're gonna look at everybody. They're gonna hurt you. But let me tell you one thing. Trust me, God will heal your heart. And at the moment you're trying to find yourself, God gonna be the center of your life. He gonna show you things and people around you, they ain't supposed to be there. People you thought was for you, God gonna show you they ain't for you. He gonna show it to you.
Yeah, I read up on that too. They said narcissists do that. They try to destroy you so that you don't trust again, so that you don't trust no other man, that you don't trust nobody else. That's why they do it. That they go out to destroy you and break you, so that you can't have another relationship with the next man, because you don't have trust.
That's what my soon-to-be ex-husband, he's doing that now. He's saying that now. He's like, yeah, I'm fixing it so you can't talk to anybody else. And I'm like, why were you doing all of that?
Yeah, they deliberately do that.
When you was in a full-blown relationship with this lady, and me and her had words back and forth, and I literally, me and her, our words were on, not me calling and say, hey, what you doing with my husband? My words were cursing her out on, why are you calling me about him? You wanted him, you got him, you married, you bring him in your house with your husband, y'all all be together. So why are you calling me? Why are you calling and texting me about my husband, about what y'all got going on? I gave him to you. I'm getting a divorce, so he no longer mine. So I don't understand what the phone calls about.
You know why? Because you're the best supply that he ever had. You're the best supply. When them narcissists get the best supply that they ever had, it's hard for them to let go of that best supply. They'll break you and tear you down before they watch you walk away, and it's all a game to them. Period.
Right. But see, I don't get that part, because they walked away. Like when I said my husband cheated on me, he walked away from me.
Right.
I didn't walk away from him. So all I did was file for the divorce. I still hear his sister and everybody like, my god sister like, well, don't you want to talk to a counselor? Don't y'all want to go to marriage counseling? No, I want out, because I have businesses. I'm in law school right now. I'm still dealing with stage 3 breast cancer. But when he felt like when I was like, when it looked like I was on my deathbed to them, that's what his thing. And then it was so many different excuses on why he cheated. So I said, guess what? I take the charge, anything to get out the marriage. I'm ready for it to go. So now that they done fell out, now it's more she's sending text messages on. That's why he coming back to you, because I don't want him. And I'm like, why are you playing with me on my phone? I don't have nothing to do with that. That's y'all mess. I just want to get a divorce and move around. And it's more like I'm into businesses now. I'm trying to get my real estate license. I'm graduating from law school next year. And I'm trying to launch I'm actually trying to launch my own podcast and fix my YouTube channel up and try to help women that's like what I'm going through. or trying to help it where I can be able to help people pay their rent or get whatever they need. That's what the motivation that keeps me moving. You know what I'm saying?
So keep pushing.
Yeah, y'all ladies, thank you. I'm going to end this right here. Auntie is tired.
Auntie.
I ain't had nothing to eat today. I ain't had
Thank
nothing to eat today. I got to cook, and y'all have a blessed day. I just bring it. If I find anything now, I ain't going to bring it tonight. I'm bringing it tomorrow because I got some more information coming, and I let y'all know. Y'all know you're going to find the hot news over here.
Yeah.
Love you, Aunt Ann.
If y'all
Love
haven't
you, Aunt
subscribed,
Ann.
push that like button. Y'all put your like button.
Thank you, Aunt Ann.
Good night, ladies.
And Carla, Jane,
Thank
I will
you,
be
Hannah.
praying for you.
All right, ring-a-ling-a-ling.
Bring a ling a
Ring
ling.
a ling a ling.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Aunt Ann, and many blessings to all.
Okay,
Thank
you
you.
too. You too. Bye, ladies.
Bye-bye. Y'all, thank you for spending an hour, 2 hours with me. I want to thank my mod. She is wonderful. I want to thank, if any contact creator was in the house, I want to thank y'all. I love y'all. If no one told you that they love you, auntie, love you. Subscribe. Y'all push that button. Ring that bell. What you waiting for? Subscribe. We have fun over here. Waiting on some more information. And I got to set up my other account. And I will let y'all know tomorrow. Because you know they acting the food out here. Hey, call me a real girl. Let's call me a girl. Hey, how you doing? Y'all have a blessed night.